Hey everyone, it's Kari, the Little Missourian Mama, and today I thought I would do kind of a get to know you sort of video. So I'm going to tell you 25 facts, mainly about me, but there will be my family facts mixed in. So I guess let's get started. Alright, number one thing is about me. I have a lot of obsessions. I am madly in love with Diet Coke. I love Ice Cats from Tim Hortons. But, I also like Alice in Wonderland. But my family knows if they see something with the Cheshire Cat on it, I gotta have it. I mean, I'm obsessed. I love the Cheshire Cat. I don't know why I love the Cheshire Cat, but I love the Cheshire Cat. Number two is again about me. Yo puedo hablar español. Soy chicana. Yo soy la descendiente de inmigrantes mexicanos. So I can speak Spanish. I am Chicana. I am the descendant of Mexican immigrants. Number three is about all of us. My husband, my son, and I are all only children. It's kind of funny. I didn't plan on ending up with an only child, but hey, what happens, happens. So, number four is kind of related to that. My husband and I suffer from what is known as secondary infertility. Next month will be our 5-year anniversary of trying to give our son a sibling. We don't think it's going to happen. I would love for it to happen. We would both love for it to happen, but we don't think it's going to. And it is very difficult, based on our income and other factors. We both know that we cannot consider any sort of medical intervention. So it's rough knowing that every year it's just going to get harder. Because both my husband and I are getting older. Number five. Number five is actually related to that. Like I said, both my husband and I are getting older. I am 26 and he is 42. We have been together for 6 years, since I was 20. We have been married for 5 years. For some reason, there have been rumors that have went around about us in my area with a lot of my old friends. No, we were not betrothed. I was not betrothed to my husband in some sort of weird ritual. No, my husband and I did not start dating while I was in high school. That was a weird one to hear. And no, my husband didn't date my mom. My husband and my mom didn't go to the same school, or whatever that rumor was. My parents didn't meet my husband until like right before we told them I was pregnant. Oops. Number 6. So if you could keep that timeline up, yes, we got pregnant incredibly early. It was the first time. And surprise, I had been on birth control. I had been told that with my medical condition, I would probably never be able to carry a child to term. Surprise! Our son actually came a few weeks early, so at our wedding, he was 4 months old. I had quite a rush from being kind of a kid who doesn't know anything to, oh gosh, I'm a mom and a wife a year later. Number 6. Number 7. I can easily say that if I had not met my husband and if we had not had our son, I would not be on this earth right now. I was in a very bad place when we met, when we started dating. I had ended a very long-term relationship not that long before because I realized that I was no longer happy from it, and I honestly believed that I would never be happy. So I kind of, to put it bluntly, I flipped the bird to the world and said, to heck with you, I'm done trying. I don't want to be happy. I'm just gonna get messed up. So every weekend I was partying, I was drinking. I had not tried drugs, but I was definitely well on my way to doing so. If I hadn't met my husband, if we hadn't, started talking, started dating, I probably would be dead right now. So I'm very, very grateful for both of them. And I never expected to be married to a man who, let's be real, if he had been one of those people in high school, he could easily be my dad, age-wise. I did not ever expect to have children, but here I am. I'm the mom to a beautiful little boy. I am the wife to the best husband I could have ever imagined, and yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. Number 8, I believe we are on. I am a bookworm. I love books. I love to read books, and I have written a couple books of my own. I'm not going to say any more about them, but I have written a couple of fiction books. So, yeah. Number 9. I am in love with the color pink, and it drives my husband insane. Pink and teal are probably my 2 favorite colors. If you could see my yard, you would kind of understand at least one of the colors. I'm not that cruel. I'm not going to make my husband have a pink yard. This is his bachelor pad before I even moved in, so this is his bachelor pad before I even graduated high school. So I'm not going to be that cruel and make him decorate with pink. So number 13, I do not really wear makeup, not on a daily basis. I generally wear it for like special occasions. Really prom and dances were when I generally tended to wear makeup. I did not wear makeup for my wedding. I just remembered that. So yeah, I've never really been into it. I've always had people tell me, oh, you should go get a makeover. You should go to the makeup counter at like Macy's, JCPenney, wherever the heck it is. But yeah, no, I've never been interested. I don't think I would look good with makeup just because it's not my style. Number 14 is that I hate squirrels and I hate trees. We have a very small yard itself, like actual yard area. It's probably about a half acre, and we have 40 trees on that yard. We have 40 trees on about a half acre. I hate squirrels because they are tiny little evil fluffball demon things, and I hate them. And if I had one of those button things that said you could have world peace, but you had to get rid of all the squirrels, are you kidding me? I would hit it in a heartbeat. It would be like, I don't even care. It would be, you would have to mow your grass for the rest of your life, but you'd be rid of squirrels, and I would be slamming that button. Just basically, I hate squirrels. I hate squirrels. I hate them. They're evil. Number 15. I guess the best thing to say would be I don't really watch that many like mom vlogs, lifestyle vlogs, stuff like that, which is kind of funny. Actually, I tend to watch ASMR videos at night when I need to go to sleep, and I am gonna get such a laugh. I have been watching this one particular game YouTuber pretty much since he started up. His name is MXR. I think he's hilarious. I like him a lot. And I think him and his girlfriend, they are so cute. Seriously. So if you guys are watching, hi. I really like you, and my husband and I really like to watch you, and it's kind of creepy, I'm sure. But I'm one of the 5% of girls who watch your video, so. Number 16. I once was given the nickname Giggles. I'm constantly laughing. I don't really like to be upset or bored, and I just don't. So, yeah, I'm a giggly person. I'm a happy person. Number 17 is that I am kind of a positive realist, if that makes sense. I try to think that people will show the best in themselves, but let's be honest, they really don't a lot of times. So whatever. It's their lives. They do what they want to. As long as you're not affecting me and mine, I don't care. Number 18. I'm not really a cooking type of person. My husband's the cooker in our family. I don't really like to cook. I like to bake, but I don't like to cook. So when I was younger, my dad would try to teach me how to cook, and at the time I was super, I swore up and down it was because he was being sexist, and I didn't realize that it was because he thought everyone should know how to cook. So I kind of rebelled against learning how to cook, and I almost wish that I had. If I had been in any other kind of family, I probably would be the one cooking, and I'd be like, oh my gosh, why am I cooking? I don't know how to cook. Sorry, I just knocked my pop over. But luckily my husband likes to cook and knows how to cook, and he's really good at cooking. 19. I guess I kind of do have a traditional type family. My husband goes to work. I stay at home with our kids. I generally do, ask permission before I do stuff without them. I'll run it by him. Hey, is it okay if I go to Panera with some friends? Yeah, sure, no problem. And it's not something I ever expected. I always thought I would be kind of the alpha dog in a relationship, but I'm not. My husband is very much the one in charge of our marriage, and he's kind of the final say. And it's nice. I like it. I never thought I would, but I like it. Number 20 is that, how do I say this? I have become a lot more middle of the road with my personal views as I've gotten older. I don't want to say my politics, but just a lot of my beliefs and such. When I was younger, I was highly liberal, I guess I would say. And as I've gotten older, I've become more conservative about a lot of things. It's not just politics, it's a lot of stuff. I'll be sitting there realizing that, the big one is when I was watching The Little Mermaid, and Ariel's like, I'm 16, I'm in love, I know who I want to be, and I'm just sitting there going, you are 16. You are 16, you don't know anything about the world. Shut up. Go home, go do your homework, go listen to some Green Day and Blue October and feel sad for a while and you'll be in love again next week. It's just that kind of thing. Yeah. 21, I found out that I was pregnant the day after my 21st birthday. Surprise! I walked into the hospital thinking that I wasn't feeling well because of my 21st birthday. And I thought maybe like I had a kidney stone or something. So I would go in there, and a couple hours later I walked out with the knowledge that I was 5 months pregnant, and oh yeah, you have a kidney infection. That was fun. That was actually terrifying. My husband had took me to the hospital because I wasn't able to drive. That's how bad it hurt. And he was in the room when the doctor walked in and said, well, you don't have a kidney stone, but you do have a kidney infection, so we'll have to find an antibiotic that won't hurt the baby. I'm just sitting there going, let's say what now? 22. My husband and I were both anti-marriage people before we got together. He was kind of a single, perpetual bachelor thing. And I just thought I would be the person who would date around and never really get married. And honestly, if it hadn't been for his son, we probably wouldn't have got married at all. And I don't mean that in a sense of like we are horrible together. It's just we probably wouldn't have actually went and done the whole marriage thing. You know. 23. I am not allergic to poison ivy. I don't have the reaction to poison ivy. At most, I might get slightly itchy, but I don't get the rash. 4. My husband and my dad are so much alike that it kills me. Sometimes I'll sit there and say, like, I married my dad. They have birthdays that are very close together. They were born almost exactly 10 years apart. They have very similar clothing styles. They have very similar interests. They are both allergic to fresh fruit, which cracks me up. And the funny thing is, when we first started dating, my husband, who is technologically disadvantaged, had to get a new phone. His phone just completely died. So he gets this phone, and it's one of the ones that you like had to like flip up like this. Not a flip phone, but it had the little keyboard when you like open the sandwich phones. So he had one of those, and I had to help him set it up. And not even 2 days later, my dad comes home with a brand new phone that is the exact same phone that my now husband had got. And he asks me, can you help me set this up? And I'm like, oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me. They got the same exact phone. But my parents didn't know I was dating my husband at the time because I didn't think they'd want to know that their daughter was dating someone who was 16 years older. So I ended up telling my dad that my friend Heather got the same phone and I had to help her set it up. Hi Heather, sorry. Number 25 and the last one. My husband and I, we realize now that there's a lot of stuff that was kind of pushing us together. We met at our old job. We both used to work at a place called Meijer, which is kind of like our area's Walmart. I actually started working there a couple weeks before my 20th birthday, and there's just so much. My mom used to work by where he lives. My mom used to actually see him driving around. He has a very distinctive vehicle, and used to see him driving his vehicle around and used to laugh at it. I would spend time up at her work walking to the little party store that's literally right around the corner from his house. Used to go grocery shopping at the Kroger right by our house. We almost moved in to a subdivision that's right by his house. I would have went most likely to the same school that he graduated from a couple of years, quite a few years later, but still, it's just so funny to me. It's so funny to realize how much the universe was trying to push us together. We actually technically met before, but I don't consider it that because I was messing around in the store's toy department and I was bouncing one of those balls, and he hates that. So he came over and he yelled at me and told me to stop. I don't consider that our first meeting. It wasn't really like a thing. But it's just so funny to me to think of if I hadn't got a job, if I had just gone to this party store a couple minutes earlier, it's so funny. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad that my life worked out the way it did. And I cannot imagine a different one. I'm so thankful for it. So anyway, those are our 25 facts. I hope you enjoyed them, and I just want to apologize so much for all the cuts in this video. My camera battery kept dying, so I am kind of looking into getting a second battery and a third battery, but we can't really put it in the budget right now. What with having to do all of my son's school shopping and school supplies shopping. And let me know if you guys want to see the actual shop with me or if you just want to see a haul video. So that's it for now. Have a good one.